Hey everybody in the 7 Billion Geniuses community, thanks for tuning in again. Dr. Joel Glenn Wixon here with another installment in the Music Metaphor series. And today I'm going to be talking about moving outside of the comfort zone that I certainly have, and talking about some of the music that I do that people don't necessarily know about. It's really in the context of the music that I do to warm my voice up. I think you're all familiar. Anybody who listens to the music that I have posted on Reverb Nation or it's on iTunes or the Amazon website is familiar with the kind of bluesy R&B stuff that I do. You've lost your way out on the road. You can't see anything, you can call your own, but you are not being not until you die. That kind of stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's sort of my bluesy R&B kind of the stuff that's out there in terms of what I do. But I actually sing opera 5 days a week, as a matter of fact. And I want to share with you some of the stuff that I do. There's a In Solitaria Stanza by Giuseppe Verdi is one of the, I guess it's an art song that I do. In solitario stanza langue perdolia troce il labro senza voce senza respiro el sangue moven deserta iola. Completely different style of music. And I also write in different styles of music. There's a song that I'm working on right now that I've written. I think I wrote it in August, but it's a very different style for me. Is there a flower more precious than you? Actually, it's not right. Is there a flower more fragile than you? Just one touch, the moment is through. But the beauty and fire within brings me closer than I've ever been. What is this foolish admirer to do? Touch me not, don't you see? You would mean all the world to me if there was something that I could be to protect you and keep you from harm. So, completely different style. And so the importance of this in the context of our conversations here on the 7 Billion Geniuses channel is to talk about how there are times when I can certainly get stuck in a box of things that I'm comfortable doing. And by staying in that box, I'm limited to the possibilities that exist in that box. So if I stay in the bluesy, lost your way out along the road, there's certainly things that I can do there, and the blues, the whole blues genre, R&B and the rock blues, and I mean there's plenty of stuff to do in there. However, there are things that I have learned from singing the more traditional opera stuff in terms of what my voice can do that's allowed me to go woo, 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 way up into higher ranges than I've done before. And it's also really informed my the low end of my voice, but also just, you know, stabilizing my larynx. There's all kinds of technical stuff in the context of voice that the opera singing has brought to me in my experience. But the technical stuff's not as important as the idea that it's pushed me outside of my box, and it's put me in a position to be able to do stuff that I wasn't able to do before. So it's not just going outside your box because arbitrarily because going outside your box is different than what you're used to. It also is about how it contributes then to the stuff that really matters a lot. So you know, it contributed so much to ultimately the stuff that I really love to sing, which is more the singer-songwriter kind of folky bluesy stuff. And so I'm really grateful for that. And so the idea being, if there's something that's just outside the realm of what you're comfortable with, but kind of in the context of stuff that you are comfortable with, stuff you love to do, you know, what I've done in my own life is I've taken the risk to kind of go into those places, and I'll tell you something, the being able to sing this opera stuff in a way that that doesn't sound terrible is certainly not the way that it started, but the willingness to sound really bad, which I spoke about in other videos, is what gets you there ultimately, to be able to I feel fairly comfortable. I've never sung any of this stuff in public, I don't believe. Maybe that song once in a small gathering, the Giuseppe Verdi in Solitary Stanza, I think I did once in public, but mostly, and actually, there's another song, hang on. Già sole nel Gange, già sole nel Gange, più chiaro, suavila, più chiaro, suavila, più chiaro, suavila. That's I actually was riding down the road on my bicycle singing that song once. Già sole, I believe that's what that's called, and it's just kind of a celebratory song about the sunrise and the day starting, and so I was riding to work one morning singing that song on my bike. But generally, the stuff that people are familiar with who've seen me live is more the singer-songwriter and the blues stuff. But yeah, moving outside the box in order to find things that ultimately contribute to the place where you are comfortable, but ultimately what it does is it kind of expands, it has expanded the geography of the territory within which I feel comfortable. So, because, you know, here I am on a video on the internet singing all these songs, and comfortable enough at least to share them here. So something to think about, something to ponder, the idea of considering the territories within which we feel comfortable and moving outside those to challenge what may be possible in our lives, but what we haven't kind of touched on yet, and seeing what happens, and then seeing how that contributes, as I said, how it's contributed to my own life in the things that that I previously was comfortable with, but now I'm able to do things that I didn't even know I'd be able to do. So that's it for this time. Thanks a lot for watching, and do stay in touch. All my contact information is at the end of the video. And subscribe, please, and share these videos if you want to pass them on to friends and family who you think might get something out of them. But again, I really appreciate the time you take to watch these videos. We'll talk to you soon.